music. I couldn't. Oh, there we go. No, I was writing. I got finished recording those other videos. I came home. What the hell did I do today? Excuse me. We were taking a different route today. What the fuck did I do today? I think I broke some serious ground. I was just reading this old journal of mine, which marks the halfway point of like the culmination of all of my 5 years of work. Only 5 years to go. Awesome. I'll have to get a job. I don't know, whatever the hell I was doing, I was just really excited about it. I was defying the laws of religion. I was cross-contaminating demons and angels and archangels. I fucking love doing that. So I got this Facebook thread that I've been growing, and it's devoted to this one deck that I got. It's an oracle deck of Archangel Michael. I don't normally work with those guys, but I had a thing where I had to go to the bookstore that day. I just knew I had to go. And the opportunity popped up. And then I was like, oh, that's good, because I got to go there. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I just know I have to get something from there. And when I went there was this deck called the Archangel Michael Sword of Light. And I know what that is. So I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. Michael's starting to see the light. Which means that God's power is probably diminishing at exponential levels. That Michael is now willing to work with the dark side. And consider that I've worked with devils and demons and fallen angels and goddesses, all manner of fucking scary stuff. Maybe Archangel Michael's exactly the kind of influence I need in my life to help kind of clear off a lot of the smudge and grime. Sounds good. Sounded really good. And I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, I guess this is Derek giving himself over to the light. But no. Nah, didn't work out that way. But I've been working with this deck over the past weeks. Nah, maybe like 2 months, maybe a month, 2 months. But I decided to do something a little bit different. Instead of writing about the cards that I pull, because what I do is, with Oracle decks, I shuffle them first. But I only shuffle them the one time, and then I just leave the order the way that it comes out. I hope I went the right way. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. You know, I live here. Right, because I usually go that way. But I do kind of need to go to Walmart, but not really feeling it right now. No, I'm saving it. If I really got to go that bad, then I'll have an opportunity to go on a Walmart date. In the near future. Yeah, so I thought I'd do something different and do like a post thread for the entirety of the deck, just to kind of have a timeline to follow. Because I've worked with enough of these decks, especially with my own writing, that over the course of working with an entire deck, because it's usually like 40, anywhere from like 20 to 40 cards. I don't pull one every single day. It's just usually when I feel it, and sometimes it's like once a week. But this one has been fun because it's like I like to write, and when I read what the card's saying, it helps me like look into things in myself and just fucking go balls to the wall with it. So last week I had this idea, because I got myself this book last year called The Book of Demons. It's off one of those Facebook ads. I fucking love Facebook ads. They got all the cool shit. So I got this book of Demons, and I've been working with demons for a while, so I'm kind of familiar with a lot of them. But this book was just fucking sick. I think the artist used like period blood to border each page. I mean, granted, it's reprinted, but I think the original is all used in period blood. Moon blood. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll either write or I'll do a post on a demon. I mean, great, mind, these are scary fucking entities. Like, even looking at them fucking is terrifying. But getting a glimpse inside of their head and trying to figure out why they are the way that they are is actually a lot of fun. Because it's like this journey into this self-exploratory journey into like the deepest catacombs of the self. It's so gross. It's delicious. So last week I pulled this card, and it was Michael and Raphael tag teaming. And what they were doing was tag teaming a healing process, cutting cords and then healing the wound. something popped in my head. I'm like, you know what? Why don't we see if we can merge two forces, two opposing forces into one post, and see if we can work Michael and Raphael's energy with a demon's energy. It wasn't bad. It actually came out really good because I could feel it. It was like a lesson to the light side. Like, you see what you were missing out on? These guys aren't that bad. They just want to be free to do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's not like everybody's a fucking psychopath. It's just sovereignty. Decentralized sovereignty. But it was doing it was helping me a lot too, because taking everything that Michael and Raphael were saying and then combining it with what Amon was saying, it was just like, all right. I like how this is going. It's like sweet and sour. Sweet and spicy. So I actually went back and I reread all those journal entries that my lady friend sent me. But this time what I did was I was looking at my footnotes. Because when I was recording myself reading them before, I skipped over all the notes, because the notes I had written in January of 2020, when I went back to reread all my old journals, because at that point in 2020, I'm like, you know what, I got to do something with these motherfuckers. So my idea was start from the beginning and just fucking read all the way up to right now. And I mean, over the course of like 2-3 months, I think I got up to book 6. I mean, at that time, I think I was on number 28. So what I was doing was I was going through all my old ones and kind of making notes in them. Just kind of analyzing myself. So going back and reading it a second time, but what I was doing, well, first I started rereading all the entries, but then I was like, and then reading the side notes, but I knew what they were all saying. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me just read the side notes. And ow. Jeez. Like, I wasn't holding any punches back. But it was like that medicine sting, though. It's like when you put alcohol on a wound and it's like, ah. That's what it felt like more. It was more like the disinfectant to go over top of the wounds that I had just fucking tore open. It was good though. I felt completely like vindicated in all of the things that I used to judge myself on. Because I used to base the judgments on myself on what I thought other people were judging me on. And I'm not saying that they weren't. I'm not saying that those thoughts that were coming to my mind that I would have to say to myself, hey, because I did have at least one situation where I heard my father-in-law saying all these mean-spirited things at me. I was writing, and I wrote it all down. And then the next fucking day, I woke up and he had actually sent me a messenger message saying some of the things I heard him saying in my head. That was freaky. Yeah, I mean, it was freaky, but at the same time, I remember looking at it going, hey, good thing I fucking wrote that down. So this demon that we were working with today, well, the message from the Archangel Michael deck was like to embrace your spiritual gifts. And but that was when I saw that message, that's when I was like, okay, so basically what you're saying is get the demon book and then do that same thing I did last time. And so we did. I took a bunch of pictures of all the books and the cards and all the things, and I put together this post, and I started writing, and I started thinking about, I was looking at this demon. His name is, Asmodel? Shit. Agares, that's his name. Agares. And I as I'm writing in the book, each demon has like this little poem that goes with it. Sometimes those poems, they're like, I don't like thinking about that. But this one was good, and it gave me an opportunity to like really embrace what it is that I do. And part of it is getting into the heads of these entities and trying to understand them, and then try to relate my understanding of them to myself. Which then brought up this question. Because one of his jobs is to like make sure that nobody can escape hell. Or gets lost in hell. He wants to make sure everybody's right where they're supposed to be. He's like an organizer. Like a community organizer, almost, for hell. And so as I'm writing about this, I kept on looking at his picture, and his picture's like real fucking creepy. He looks like Gollum, like a really old Gollum riding a crocodile. But I've worked with him before. I've been working for him for years, so it kind of took a second for my memory to come back to me. And I started to remember all the things I already knew about him. But then this idea came to me about the dead rising from the graves. Zombies. Which then brought me back to the fact that I've been training for the zombie apocalypse since I was a kid. Because I really believe that if the zombie apocalypse happened, like, I would have so much fun that I think the people around me probably wouldn't even realize that it was doomsday. It'd be like a party all the time. But then I started thinking about the dead and going, well, you know, what if that it's not so much that they're trying to eat humanity, but clear the way? What if they're just here to serve me? Serve me. I don't think most people, the dead, have any reason to really trust regular people. But then I started thinking, like, all right, well, let's just say that the dead really did rise from the grave and they just wanted to serve as my minions. Like, what kind of things would I have them do? I mean, the first thing I would probably do is put them in retail jobs. This way, all my friends in retail can get a day off. All you gotta do is just go in and manage the zombies. What if the zombies ate the brain? What if that's just a myth? Let's assume that the dead aren't looking to eat the living. Unless I tell them to. Then I had this idea of having henchmen, because I've always wanted a henchman. And I'm thinking, like, how cool would it fucking be if I had zombie henchmen? Zombie and demon henchmen. I mean, that's some hardcore necromancy right there. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like that wouldn't fly very well. I feel like people would might have a problem with that. But at the same time, I mean, if I'm putting them to work, like in a job creation type of scenario, because I do have a business and I don't have the money to pay for employees, but if I had zombies, I feel like zombies and walking corpses that were just living their unlife so that they can serve me, I mean, yeah, I'll find something for them to do. Especially if they're just serving their hell time, their time in hell, by having to work for me. And I really wouldn't have to feel bad yelling at them either. Like, what are you fucking bonehead? Do I still got... Oh, I do. I still got my Skeletor socks on. Mumbling boob. I feel like that would be so much fun. I think I would be the funnest, like, evil sorcerer dictator ever. I see like a combination, like a love child of like Emperor Palpatine and Willy Wonka. Yeah, so then I tasked myself with coming out here and kind of seeing if I can map out an itinerary for future potential zombies employees. I don't think you need to pay taxes on them. I don't think. Like, I would presume that like either you'd probably need insurance just in case. Yeah, but I don't think they make insurance for that. Well, liability. Just in case. I mean, for all I know, fucking zombies want to eat flesh. I don't know. Like, I've never actually encountered one. Like, I mean, in LA, but those zombies wanted to smoke crack and meth. But an actual walking corpse, like I've never got a chance to kind of dig into their brains. But I mean, from what I understand, just based on the movies I watch, like the brain doesn't really work too good anyway, so it's kind of running on the reptile brain there. But survival instinct, yeah, well, that makes sense. Like the reptile brain comes back online. Yeah, well, I guess we'd have to get them something to eat. I mean, it's only a matter of time until they start eating people. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Like, there's got to be a way to make it work. Hades made it work. Hell made it work. Satan makes it work. If those guys can do it, then I can do it. Well, I guess you could, I mean, it would have to be set up like a corporation. There's like, I don't know, circles of hell are coming to mind. I have to imagine that some zombies are going to retain a little bit more of their old selves than other ones as you work your way down the line. The ones with the least amount of brains, give them the most important jobs. Put the really fucked up ones in charge of the financial system. What are you doing? What the hell is that? Not the moon. That one right there. What do we got left on this? A couple minutes. An hour on that one. Wait, the moon is Cancer. I think that's Venus. I am almost positive. I kind of want to turn this off so I can check. Sorry, it'll be there in a couple minutes. That's pretty dope. Venus, why is that important? Oh, that's actually important. It's a sign. Yeah, I just had a Venus return the other day. About a week ago. Tuesday? No, Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Alright, so now there's Venus. Now I know that's Venus because the moon is in Cancer. Right? Or is it in Leo? Well, it's close enough to fucking Venus that I know that it's Venus. And when this goddamn thing is done fucking recording, I can open up the fucking sky map and look to see for sure. God fucking damn it. But I think that's a good omen. I'm gonna show my friend. A minute. All right, let me get this one ready. I got Rancid on tonight. I'm in a Rancid mood. Indestructible. Fucking love Rancid. Hold up. Ah. All right, so the lesson for tonight is, like, if you're gonna have a zombie army, then you might as well have some jobs for them to do. So you might as well put some thought into it, because you never know. You don't know what you don't know. Oh. Come on, man. All right. Perfect. I'm in 3 places at once. This is the coolest thing.